What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning the Ldbc. And I was just scrolling actually, and I wanted to lay this by you guys. Drew Titan. Drew Titan is a member or acclaimed member of the Ldbc, and this particular video, it's saying, or it's asking, Usyk showing shades of Teofimo. And I was like, okay, wow, all right, let me check it out. I like to hear people out. I don't necessarily like to, counterpunch you, right away. Because what I've learned, everybody has their own mind. So Drew Titan, LLC, he thinks and feels that Oleksandr Usyk is showing shades of Teofimo, meaning he's doing a lot of similarities to Teofimo Lopez. Okay, well, first off, let's look at the similarities. Obviously, they're both unified. Okay, they're both unified champions. He's unified at heavyweight. Teofimo was unified at lightweight. Okay. They had similar belts. The only difference was Oleksandr Usyk had the Ring magazine, and he never had the WBC, and he never claimed a franchise champion at the WBC. That's for one, okay? So I don't see that similarity right away. I just know they're unified champions. That's the only thing they have in common. I mean, absolutely the only thing that they have in common. And he mentioned, Oleksandr Usyk said that he would come to the Wilder fight and then he would make a decision. Usyk didn't come to the Wilder fight. He didn't show up for whatever reason. I still don't know the reason, I don't think anyone's ever asked him why he didn't show up. But he didn't show up at the Wilder fight, so a lot of people looked at him as a duck or looking at him as a person that is not, or let's put it this way. It's an excuse to hold against someone to question their word, okay? To question their word, to question their integrity, to question, hey, what are you saying is true? You said you're going to show up, but you didn't. Okay, it's rather petty because you don't know why he didn't show up. Okay, we just know he said he was. All right, and Teofimo Lopez. Okay, we're talking about the differences. Teo did not do anything near unifying or fully unifying the weight class. Okay, the division, he did not. In fact, Teofimo Lopez looked at himself as the undisputed champion just because he had the franchise championship belt. He looked at it like that, and a lot of people could argue, well, yeah, he is, and a lot of people, like myself, said, no, he's not, because you cannot be undisputed if you still have a belt out there, especially a super world belt or, a world belt in general. Okay, Devin Haney had that belt, okay? Now, all of this though was because of Mauricio Sulaiman, the greed of Mauricio Sulaiman, because Mauricio thought in his mind, you know what? If I have a franchise champion, I could put whoever I want in there based off popularity, get the sanctioning fees for that particular belt, and then have another belt to make more sanctioning fees, to line my pockets. Okay, so if you wanted to blame anyone, it's Mauricio. But nonetheless, Teofimo Lopez looked at himself as an undisputed champion. Furthermore, he did not want to unify or to acknowledge that there was another champion. That's not Oleksandr Usyk at all. So I don't see where he's comparing these guys together. Okay, and he says that Usyk's not trying to unify the division. Well, what the hell do you think the talks are, with Tyson Fury about? Tyson Fury has the WBC belt. He's the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. They're in talks right now. Bob Arum confirmed they're in talks, as long as Igis Klimas confirmed they're in talks right now for a fight next year. Tyson Fury will be fighting in December on the 3rd. Okay, so I don't see where he's saying or trying to say that Oleksandr Usyk is showing shades of Teofimo. Teofimo, in another, again, did not, when he did beat Lomachenko, just like Usyk beat Joshua. Usyk didn't, or should I say, Teofimo did act and turn into a fucking diva. He did. He thought, hey, I'm arrived and I'm not giving you an opportunity, but there wasn't any rematch clause. Okay, you got to keep it fair. He did not have to. But then money was offered to him, the type of money that he used to complain about he wanted being a fighter. Now he was at liberty to get. They were offering him, I don't know, 5, 6, 10 million. You know, a huge chunk of money to fight Lomachenko in a rematch, him being the champion, him being the unified champion. And he turned it down. Why? Because of his fucking ego. And, you know, so that's not Usyk at all. Usyk did have a rematch clause to fight Joshua again. Joshua was the cash cow. He was the unified champion, but he was beat by Usyk. Usyk didn't go on a crusade to pretend like, I don't have to fight Anthony Joshua now, and I'm going to do something else. No, he did not have to do that. Now, there were talks, though, of him fighting Tyson Fury. Okay. But he was adamant about keeping his word and fighting Anthony Joshua again. Okay. Now, the other talks that came up were possibilities based on management and based on the desire to have an undisputed champion. And again, that proves my point that Oleksandr Usyk wanted undisputed more than anything. Okay. Than a rematch with Anthony Joshua. Teofimo Lopez, man, didn't even want to fight. He didn't want to entertain that. Even if when Bob Arum thought it was a better idea, his promoter and his father, senior, said, hey, I want my son to fight Lomachenko again to knock him out and to finally set it straight, because there was a little controversy, right? So, like, again, I don't know how the hell is he comparing Usyk to Teofimo, except when he didn't show up for Deontay Wilder, and we all know about the Ldbc, they look at Deontay Wilder as some fucking prophet or something like that. And then so they get really in their feelings when they think they're getting some type of fight or they're getting some type of popularity to resurrect the popularity of Deontay Wilder. You know, and it's amazing how people get in their feelings so much about Wilder. This guy is the same guy that wished that Javen Sugar Hill would die in a car fire. Same fucking guy. And I'm like, you would really want somebody to die in a car fire of a fight that about an alleged cheating? Yeah, he cheated. That makes him a piece of shit if that's what you think. You know, if that was the truth, if that was proven. But to say that shit without knowing all the facts, or or with something that you think you know and you are able to convince, and then you say something like that has nothing to do with them. That has everything to do with you. So this is the same guy. So him comparing Teofimo Lopez to Usyk is despicable. It's stupid. You know, so because it's like, okay, you stooped that low because Usyk didn't show up at Wilder's fight. I mean, you go to that level. Like, what can I do? And he's showing signs of Teo. No, he's not. For the reasons I just explained. You guys tell me what you think of the Ldbc stating that now the new narrative that Oleksandr Usyk is showing shades of Teofimo Lopez. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.